What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video of the Brothers Talk About. My name is Chris.
James.
And today we're giving you our thoughts and opinions about the latest Marvel TV show on Disney+, Loki.
Alright, so this show just dropped today on Wednesday, June 9th. It surprisingly dropped a little bit sooner than the other episodes, which kind of surprised a lot of people.
Midday.
Now dropping on Wednesdays.
It's like a nice little midday surprise.
Midweek surprise, dropping midweek, no longer on the Friday night specials. It's been one of our most anticipated MCU projects on the Disney Plus spectrum. We like
the Marvel shows.
Yeah, all the Marvel shows. We liked WandaVision, we liked Falcon Winter Soldier, but at least for Chris, mine was Falcon Winter Soldier. I'm not gonna lie about it. I was most anticipated for that one. But Chris has been looking a lot forward to Loki.
Yeah, I stated in videos past, this one just really intrigued me because I really wanted to know after Endgame, where did he go? What's his story going to be? And I've always liked Tom Hiddleston as Loki, so Loki was for my #1 spot.
This first episode, we both agreed, kind of widely agreed upon, that this first episode is actually really good. It has a lot of... it's not like some of the WandaVision stuff. Like WandaVision, we didn't really know anything that was going on until like episode 4. Yeah. But now, even with fucking Winter Soldier, we kind of like, I was saying how you watch it and you kind of could get the feel of what the story was going to be by the first trailer. Like you kind of already knew what the story was going to be because it's kind of like a more simple,
generic, basic,
like
go-to like action continuation of almost like Winter Soldier.
Yeah, like almost like a Winter Soldier 2.5, or actually be like more like Civil War almost, like in that middle work.
There was and even as a plot as a whole, there was still some confusion of where the storyline was going, and I felt like this one was also a bit longer too as an opening first episode.
I really enjoyed the length of it. It was good length. It was good.
I think out of the 3 Marvel shows so far, this premiere has been my favorite. And I'm really excited to see the next episode, so we're going to get into talking about it.
Yeah, well, sorry. So let's start talking about our thoughts and opinions on the spoiler aspects of Loki. So obviously, if you haven't seen it, click away. But if you have, join this adventure. We're excited to talk about this. So
let's go.
We'll kick it off maybe where it starts off. Kick out right where Endgame picks up with that scene with Loki when he disappears. You all seen it. Everyone's seen Endgame. Highest grossing movie of all time. You've seen it. So we then see Loki get taken into the TVA. And we then kind of learn about like what the heck's going on. We're thrown into this with Loki. Everyone's so nonchalant, but like so many crazy things are going on. Yeah. Like he's getting like his suit gets ripped off from like a laser beam with this creepy robot. And like the guy, like that scene when he's asking him to sign every word he said.
Yeah, this is every word you said.
That was funny.
He's like, what? What are you talking about?
And prints out again. That was
and
funny.
Then the little guy, he's like, am I a robot? Am I not a robot? It's like the whole scene was a really cool him dropping and falling. He's always falling, just like in Doctor Strange.
I have been falling for 30 minutes!
The show was really interesting in that one aspect. Like, I want to know more about this TVA. I want to know what kind of world they're living in, because later on in the episode we kind of see a little bit more of the aspect of their planet. I don't even know, is it a planet? Is it like a quantum realm type thing?
Is it like a central station? Is it like
a sword base with like Nick Fury type deal?
Yeah,
I'm not really sure. It's almost like in sync. But it's kind of like maybe it's like an ego type planet where it's like a completely different planet.
Maybe
than
it's
Earth.
its own separate dimension. Because I mean, they're like
that could make sense.
Space time cops. I really enjoyed the pacing of the first couple minutes. You see, after he arrived, he's questioning where the heck he's been. He's like, I'm a god. Why can't I use my powers? He realizes that he can't escape. He's in handcuffs, and he sees that if you talk back, you're gonna get evaporated and die.
Oh, also that one scene when he gets slapped in slow motion. We got to mention that.
Yeah, that was really cool.
He's like,
I thought the whole show was in slow motion, but
then you see her walk forward normal.
Yeah, that was cool.
As he's progressing further in the TVA building, we are seeing that he kind of gets into this line, like a deli line. Like he's like, oh, I need a ticket. And then that was actually like, dang, when he got vaporized, I was like, oh crap, good thing he took the ticket. He's like,
oh crap, he's like, maybe I should listen.
Yeah, so then he's waiting in the line and he ends up watching kind of like I thought it was a clever way to give us the explorer
explanation.
Yeah, like explanation on the multiverse, what this place is, like why Loki's there.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't
like
just
a waiting in line queue video at Six Flags.
Yeah, like a theme park. It wasn't like people just talking. Like I hate when shows just like they'll just tell you it. That was a immersive, fit the story.
Yeah.
And it was kind of cool.
It gave me like a Schoolhouse Rock type of
vibe.
I was
gonna say that too.
Old classic cartoon.
In the animation of like the timekeepers, they reminded me of like the old like 60s like Marvel
like a
shows.
serial ad or almost like that.
Yeah, but like the Marvel shows, like a Spider-Man type look to it.
Yeah.
Like
vintage
that shade design. Yeah, look cool. But we learned about with the little avatar character of the show,
Miss Minutes.
In Miss Minutes, she kind of is going through and explaining how like there's the variants, which I didn't fully get the variant idea. So like, if they almost made it seem like if someone's late for work, they literally say that like that creates another timeline.
I think it's more serious than that. I think it's only specific things trigger it, as we see.
Yeah,
like later in the episode they explain. I think we'll learn more and more as we start to go forward with it.
Yeah.
But it was a cool little quick explanation for the casual viewer that really doesn't understand the whole multiverse aspect yet.
True. And I liked how it was able to kind of maybe tease a little bit of stuff maybe that we might be looking forward to in something like Spider-Man No Way Home or the Multiverse of Madness, and then they even kind of dropped that name.
They said all those type of words. They said multiverse, they said madness. They kind of cued that there's a lot of connection there with the story and going forward.
Yeah, they showed some stuff like she's like, oh, the Nexus timeline. If the
that's intriguing.
If the TVA doesn't intervene, it creates a Nexus timeline, and that Nexus timeline can cause madness, which would create another multiversal war.
Words that showed up in WandaVision.
Yeah. So that might be hinting towards maybe something bad will happen in this show that will lead into the Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange.
Yeah, definitely is going to connect.
One quick thing I noticed with the Miss Minute thing was that she was talking about that multiversal war, and I think that might also maybe lead into something like the Secret Wars, like with this like multiverse, like where different people from multiverses kind of come together, like the whole thing with have you seen the stuff with like Tom Cruise might be coming back as Iron Man, or like John Krasinski playing Hydra Cap.
Yeah, like
so something
the
like,
alternate version.
Yeah, like something like that. Maybe like making a big epic, almost like an Endgame style fight, like these big epic events that might be continuing in like something like Phase 4, Phase 5.
So his reaction to that at the end, he's just like looking at it and he's like, okay. It reminded me of like Shrek and Donkey, when Shrek and Donkey go to see Lord Farquaad.
Oh, yeah, the little thing. So after that whole thing is done, Loki gets his ticket and he's now on trial for his crimes, which he kind of points out he didn't even really commit. It was more the Avengers that manipulated with the time. But technically that's how the Timekeepers wanted it to be.
Right.
And he's the one that messed it up with the teleporting with the cube.
Yeah, he chose
the Tesseract.
Zoom out of there.
Yeah, so that kind of, I guess maybe it's like, why do these guys have all-knowing control? Like, why is their rule the rule?
Yeah,
like,
well, they're the time. They're
authority. What I'm saying is, like, I want to know more about it. Like, I want to learn as like the series progresses. Like, why do they have all this power? Then we kind of see, which leads into the Owen Wilson's character.
Yeah, I like that. Owen Wilson is one of my favorite actors. He's so funny. Wow, ka-chow. He played freaking Lightning McQueen.
Classic.
So many classic characters. It introduces Owen Wilson, showing that he's off in like 1845 or what year?
It was I think it was 1564.
Yeah,
something.
I was off. But anyway, so Owen Wilson's talking to his fellow time cop, and this kid comes forward, and they're like, "Oh wait, hold off, don't kill him." So the kid, after talking for a few seconds, realizes that they're nice. So he tells them who he saw kill somebody, and he points to the mural, and it shows like this evil-looking creature.
Stained glass picture, which as soon as I saw that, I'm like, dang, alright, now this is where every Mephisto rumor gang's gonna come running through and be like, oh, Mephisto.
I still don't even know who that is.
It's like he's like a evil, like a Doctor Strange type villain. He plays like an evil, like controlling.
His name keeps coming up.
Yeah, everyone talks about him. And so as soon as I saw that, I'm like, oh god.
What's his name? It's like Mephisto.
It's Mephisto. Yeah. And then we have what's Owen Wilson's character name? Morpheus?
No.
Morbius?
No, that's Spider-Man villain.
Brobius?
Broby? Like Yoga Abba Gabba?
Morpheus, Dorpheus, Morpheus, go eat some walruses. Red pill, blue pill, Morpheus, walruses. Seashells by the seashore, Morpheus.
Mobius, that's what it is. Okay.
Alright.
So, Owen Wilson's character, Mobius, he's talking to the kid, and he's like, oh crap, that's what that thing is. Then, then another time cop kind of comes in. I don't even know if the name's Time Cop.
I'm calling him Time Cop. RoboCop.
So they come in. He's like, oh, you might want to see this, and it's Loki. So he intervenes.
It's a classified file with Loki's picture on it.
So he intervenes in the judge case, which I don't know if he was gonna. Yeah, he was gonna get sent back to his timeline with his mind erased.
He pleaded guilty.
Yeah,
and he's like, not really. He's like trying to go back and forth with the judge. Mm-hmm. The judge was like, prepare him for like, I don't know, what was he, execution?
No, he was gonna get sent back to his timeline.
Yeah, and
gonna continue with the events. It kind of basically would have just continued on how the.
I thought they said they weren't gonna send him back.
Was it? Were they going to send him back?
I don't think they were going to send him back.
He was either going to get vaporized or get sent back. But Owen Wilson kind of stepped in. He's like, listen, Loki can help us.
And the lady's like, are you thinking what I think you're thinking?" And he's like, "Yeah, he can help us. Come on, he's gonna do it. Wow. He's Loki, man. Come on, wow, good job."
So we see that he then takes Loki into this special room, which then he has this like kind of cool collar thing where it's like he hits the button,
Yeah, that was
kind
really
of sends
cool.
him back. That's kind
So
of
if
like
he tries to escape,
it's
like zip.
It's almost like like Morpheus, like we said, like a Matrix type thing, like that glitch in the Matrix type thing, where he's like gets sent back and like
Yeah,
he's like,
well, yeah, I like how he reversed that onto the lady. In a couple seconds, we'll get back to that. But
yeah, that was cool.
He shows Loki parts of his life that he didn't yet experience, like events from Thor: The Dark World. And he's like, "I've never seen this," and it took a little bit of convincing. But there was that moment, obviously, where he was able to sneak the little remote out of Owen Wilson's pocket.
Yeah, I like that scene.
I mean,
kind of, it's showing Loki's moral compass. He's like, I don't want to kill people. He's like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it for that. I'm trying to. He just wants like, he's a messed up dude. He just wants control over people, and he makes a point.
But he's mischievous still.
He talks about the timekeepers, and he's like, oh, why should they be able to control our lives? But then also he's the one. He literally just got done talking about how he wants to control.
Yeah, with the Avengers, and he just got done wanting to all the things he did in the beginning of Avengers, and even leading up till the future movies. He sees what he does.
Right off that topic, we see that that's the way that they, since this isn't the Loki that we all know, they kind of use that as the way to kind of tell the plot and kind of make that Loki, the Loki that we know, kind of like a quick way of just like giving him all those memories, like the memory of his mom, losing his mom, connecting with Thor more,
and Ragnarok.
Losing Odin.
Yep.
And just kind of then he sees that he gets betrayed by Thanos. He sees that he's dead,
and so it shows him how he acts a little bit good. So it makes him think, oh, maybe I am meant to do better.
Yeah,
to do
better.
more. So that was a cool aspect of connecting it all back and making him realize what he should do and the right choices. So we'll see how he continues in the path going forward. One quick thing to interject into. It felt a little random. We both felt like an out of place. Well, it showed how he went into time and time again in the bad things that he did, and then the times where he escaped from situations.
Yeah.
They said that it was a funny way just to show him on a plane heist almost, where they called him
it's
DB Cooper.
So DB Cooper is like, if you don't know about it, it's like a real event that happened where this guy tried to rob a plane.
Yeah.
And he robbed the plane, but then it was in the sky. He jumped out of the plane and was never found again.
So they're saying that was
Loki. So that was actually funny, but like we said, it made no sense. Like, why was it? It almost was just kind of there to be there almost. When I saw that in the trailer, I thought it was going to be more like a Loki,
mission or a side thing.
Yeah, like Loki almost like messing with time.
Well, no, I guess you don't know because there could be more things like that they show.
But I thought that was going to be like the current plot in the show, like messing with time, like kind of interfering with things.
Yeah.
So I hope we maybe see more stuff like that.
It might still be, but we don't know.
All right, so after talking with Owen Wilson's character, Mobius, gotta make sure to remember that one.
There you go.
And so he's talking to Mobius, and he kind of talks to him about, he explains the whole world of this, the time variant
Authority.
That's what it is.
Association, whatever it is.
I think it's association.
No,
Is it?
No, authority.
It is authority, okay. Authority. Time variant authority. Remember that. Make me remember that. So then Loki is talking to them. He kind of, like he said, turns a new leaf. He becomes good again. Like, he kind of is down to play.
After running around, going through the whole... He's going through the building because he escaped and grabbed that little device that made him glitch. And he swapped the collar and put it on one of the head time ladies.
Oh, yeah, but with that scene, he sees the drawer full of Infinity Stones. And with that drawer full of Infinity Stones, he kind of realizes, like, this isn't the all-powerful, like, these people are more powerful than these stones even are, because they have multiples of them, and they're using those paper.
Because he was questioning, he's like, what makes this place the most powerful place on the planet? And he's, like, kind of doubting it, but then when he obviously opened that up, when he went to go grab the Tesseract, he sees them, and he's like, yeah, people use, the guy who he threatened, he's like, yeah, they use them as paperweights. He's like, so he's probably thinking, okay, so crap, if they have Infinity Stones out the wazoo, they probably, this place is probably legit. So he kind of stops in his tracks and goes back to the room where he continues watching.
When I saw that, though, I kind of thought about it and wanted to write this quick thing down. I saw that the stones almost as like Marvel, kind of showing, like telling the fans like to what they can almost look forward to or expect with Phase 4. Like, if you thought the Infinity Stone, the Infinity Saga was nuts, that's just stuff in a junk drawer compared to what's coming up.
Yeah.
Almost like, if you thought that was big, this is even bigger, this is crazier, this is going to be bigger. So, almost like a wink to the fans, almost. I saw that like that.
Alright, so to conclude, wrap this video up, Mobius actually ends up telling Loki that he needs his help to find a time variant version of himself, Loki, that's evil. So supposedly he's the one that's going around killing people, and it shows you one of the final end credit scene. Not an end credit, but the final scene in the show.
End of the episode. Yeah, it shows like the time cops, like we're gonna call them. They're walking through, and they are on this like creepy, weird atmosphere. And we see that like they're approaching this weird figure off in the distance, and they mentioned that they're walking on gasoline.
Yeah,
or
like
oil.
It was to set up a trap.
Exactly. So he then burns them alive, and that I think is like I said, an evil Loki, which I think that's what the boy was pointing to with the horns. It's like Loki's helmet.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's actually Mephisto.
I thought of that at first too. I'm like, when I saw that, I was like, huh, that look, maybe is it something to do with Loki because he has the horns? But I'm like, oh, it's probably a side character or something. But I'm wondering, at what point are there evil Loki running around? What is he doing to go from place to place?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of threat is he? Is he gonna fight himself? Is it gonna be like Vision versus Vision, Loki versus Loki?
As long as Paul Bettany doesn't lie about a cameo and says like, "Oh yeah, I'm coming," a big cameo of Actor Always Wentworth, and it's like 2 Tom Hiddlestons. Yeah. But yeah, so that's where the episode wraps up. Let us know what you guys thought of this episode down below. What are your thoughts, theories, and speculations on episode 2 of Loki? Stay tuned to our channel. We're gonna be posting our video next week. We're gonna be continuing this series until Loki ends. We're very excited for the show, and we enjoyed the episode a lot. So
thank you for listening to us talky. And thanks for watching. Have a great one.
Have a good one, guys. Woo!